and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club! I'm Minori, your host and voice actress. Haha! Sorry. Anyways, welcome back, guys. So, last time we we just started all over, except there is no Inori in the story, Sayori in the story. I mean, of course, there's still me, but yeah. Anyways, I guess let's see how crazy this time will go around. I mean, ever since Sayori's been gone, the game's been very glitchy. I mean, my Sayori! I'm so butthurt still about that. But it's all good, guys. Alright. So, looks like we're gonna be writing a poem. Let's see. Yep. Alright, poem time. Let's see. Shall we do Natsuki or Yuri? Which one's the better route? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we did kind of get close to Yuri a little bit last time. But I like Natsuki too, because she also likes anime too. Oh man! Well, maybe we could try Yuri. See how that goes. I mean, she likes knives, so I'm going in an interesting route, I guess, this time around. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. I wonder what kind of things she likes. She likes horror, so I bet horror is one of the words. Okay, cool. I feel like her words are more... I don't know, because I mean, the other two are usually cute. Maybe disaster? Oh man. The suicide was Sayori. But what if it was... This is what happened to her. But maybe it might be good for Yuri. Okay. Yeah. Oh! Vitality? Ew, and cutie! Good. Meow. Question! I have a question for you. I think that one was Sayori. It's captive. Maybe captive? I don't see anything cute with captive. Okay, cool. What's not cute? I think alone was Sayori. God, Tears was Sayori too. Would it be Insight? Maybe. Oh, cool. Okay. I don't know. I don't think After Image is cute, so... Okay. Massacre? Okay. Alright, Huh. I don't know! I got to do this. Joy, I feel like is... Natsuki. Summer... I don't know. Maybe time? Okay. I don't like these parts. It's like, Sadness is Sayori. Eternity, maybe? I don't know. Okay. Journey, because at one time I did Adventure. I did it Journey with Sayori, and it popped up for Yuri. Okay, yes. Melancholy, maybe? Let's see, what's dark? She is full, kind of. But I feel like when I talk with her, she's like that. Philosophical. Meager? What is meager? Meh. Let's try it. Okay, cool. We're on a roll so far. Ambient? Okay. Yeah, that's not cute. What else could it be? Maybe? I'm guessing at this point. I'm like, I don't know. Give it a try, I guess. One more word. Don't. Maybe? Yes! Sweet. Sweet. Alright. Alright. Now we shall start off with talking as Monica. Okay. Alright. Prepare yourself, Monica. I don't know. Hi again, Inori. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry about it. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. What? Your face! What was wrong with your face, Yuri? What is that? Oh wait, maybe this part where Sayori usually go in. Maybe. Okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, Inori. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Well, come in, glitch in, Natsuki, I guess. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, you're in for the words. How dare you? Was it? I think it was you talking. Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. I think that's what it says. Because she freaking blocks it! Woman, get out of the way. Monica! It's either Monica or manga. Monica! Okay. Thank you. Okay, yes, so it was. Monica! Natsuki found herself is stuck between, say, Monica and manga. Manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki bobbed back into her seat. I'm sorry, Inori. But make sure to put all your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Oh, wait! I didn't mean it like that! If you don't really want it, then freaking I said anything, I guess. Ah! No! It's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So, if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick a book if you want me to. Are you sure? I just don't like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked up a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. we could, discuss it if you wanted. This? How could this girl accidentally be? How is this girl accidentally being cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more. I bet it's because I wrote a poem about her. That's probably why. Your feelings are going against this person. Maybe you want to be with this person. I'm pretty sure that's the game logic there. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Ew! It's fine. If I was focused, then I would probably have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading this. Hold on. But I'm just rereading this a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread it I wanted to reread some of it. Yuri, your eyes kinda... Can you see properly, Yuri? Why is your eye on this side? Maybe it's because it's not the usual route? But your eye... Okay. Nope, I'm fine. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you only have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. This book is titled Portrait of Makarov. Master Makarov! Ah! I love you, fairy tale. Sorry. I just read Makarov and my talking mind's like fairy tale. I'm sorry. I'm like I'm caught up on Fairy Tail. I mean, except for the new episode that's gonna come out soon. So I'm like, man, Fairy Tail gives me a emotional roller coaster. So anyway, sorry guys. I'm just like, I see Bakura, but I'm like, Fairy Tail. Okay. Anyways, continue on. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Okay. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the faculty gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off the limbs and affixating them to... Oh, God. Ew! That might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. No, not about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Inori? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's just the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. Whoa, what's with the handwriting? But okay. But because the world is full of horrible people, and we're just all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... Well, I didn't even... Okay. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. But I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body gets incredibly, okay, I didn't get to read the rest of that. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please, stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? Oh, what the hell was that? She kind of glitched. What's with this? It's so glitchy! Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. sorry. It's just not that I don't want you to go. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It's like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I didn't even get to read any of that. I was just bathing something, I think is what it said. Why is it doing that? How am I supposed to read when it gets big bold letters and then just like that? Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Yuri, this should work, right? I slide my desk up next to Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess this makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Yeah. Oh, it's an intimate moment. Yuri takes takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, and on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. No! I don't relate to this character at all! Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so we don't know what why that came into my mind, into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's being a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice! Anyway, I'm fine! I just need some water. Alright. Don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? And Nori? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing! Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Should we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. He doesn't have a bookmark? Save. Put down. Alright. Let me get something to drink real fast, guys. Okay. Alright. So, shall we go Natsuki or Monica? Alright. And the verdict is Natsuki, I guess. Alright. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Whoa! Your eyes. Why? Why did your eyes just do that? But your eyes are just there. Maybe it just blew her mind because I wrote about Yuri's? Okay. That was so weird. Her eyes just went... Oh my god! Why? Nori, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What do you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put effort into it. We all started somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Fine! Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I tell you what to improve, but you're better just trying again. Fair fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I'll share mine now. Knowing you, you'd probably think it's stupid. Oh, it's the same one from before. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can speak, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest! I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, just because! Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Some people don't take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like, in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then it falls flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I meant. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. The way she did, I didn't think her eyeballs would do that. They're just like, are you alright? Your poem is horrid! Like, what the hell? Are you even trying? Pretty much what's going on. Her eyes, though! It was so weird. Okay. Anyways, Monica. Hi, Yuri. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good! Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Yuri. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Yuri. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why always counts when I put some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that it's like a bad thing though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction. So don't blame her for coming a little strong. Like earlier, I think she gets too stimulated. She ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri!
I'm back. Did I miss anything?
Not really. We all started sharing your poems with each other.
Already? I'm sorry for being late.
No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time. So I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed.
Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I shall go get my poem now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always have to feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Well, reading it again, but alright.
Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused. Frantically, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic sprawling playing tricks on my ears? The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fear, I banish my pen.
Oh, okay.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. If that's what you call it. Sorry. I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay! Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not really sure if I know how to put it. I guess you can say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, but it's kind of coming on strong. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll probably get a big dark puddle of ink. So if you just move your hand and go with the flow, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, last but not least, we got Yuri because she was out in the hall drinking some water. Speaking of which... feels better. Alright. Alrighty. Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional! What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I knew that. I just mean, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I like the more notable thing. I think the more notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they freeform the two together. The result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's nothing you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time. It may take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you more valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well,
never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my poem, my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The trails of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read it. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. I liked your poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost, Yuri? You. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Nori. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is an early being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Nori. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a lot more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Why did the music change? Okay, anyways. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something on her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oh no, they're gonna fight. What's gonna happen now that Sayori is not here? Oh man, what's gonna happen? Because they fought before, but Sayori defused the situation. Oh man. Okay, hold on. Alright. Let's see how this is gonna turn out without Sayori, because Sayori helped out last time. Alright. Whew. They gingerly exchanged sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As if reading in tandem, I watched each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrowed in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiled sadly. What is this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How could that be cute? I knew that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Huh. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Inori did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my written style. I didn't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Inori liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh god, what's gonna happen because Sayori's not here? Uh-oh. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Inori appreciated my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would have deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Inori started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! This doesn't involve you! Take your insecurities like that? Oh god. You really can't, as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you want to be edgy, bitch! Sorry about the language, guys. Edgy? Sorry, but my life is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. Oh god, what's going on? See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa! Be careful, or you might just cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the? What freak is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Yuri hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels after you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was just standing here. And Yuri! She's just trying to make me look bad!
That's not true. She started it.
How did it... Oh god. What's going on? Why is this like this? Yuri? Oh, what the... Natsuki? Why? Yuri? Ah! What is going on? Why is it doing this?
Yuri! Doki! Yuri! Doki! Ah! God, why? Why is it doing this? Doki! Yuri!
Hi, Monica. Um, 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 what is going on? This is creepy.
Hey, Nori. Why don't we step outside for a bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some present I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away.
Oh dear. Well, looks like they're done.
Oh man, that was horrible. No Sayori to help. It went cuckoo. Oh man. Okay. Let's just finish the day and we'll save after this. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Nori, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay here a bit longer.
I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done.
Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today.
It kind of sounds like you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri.
It's not that. It's not that. I didn't mean to get much of a chance to discuss my book with a naughty. It would just be embarrassing with you listening.
I guess I don't really have a choice, do I?
I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I really appreciate you. Oh, God.
Okay.
Alright. With that, I'm saving and yeah, that was weird. It got very weird, glitchy, and dark. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Sayori's not there to help, and Sayori would usually try to help everyone, try to feel better. I mean, she helped everyone last time, and now that she's gone, it just went complete kablooey. Alright, guys. I'm saved. Alright. Sorry. I must save again, just in case. Anyways. Main menu. Well, that was certainly interesting. Alright, guys. Well, after that craziness,
I guess I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a wonderful whatever rest of the day or whatever it is. But I will see you guys